And right after the workshop, the first thing I did was build my own belt sander, as you can see here. This is the first knife I already made myself at home with simple tools and my belt sander, and turned out pretty nice. Should get some kind of a tactical knife, but I made the blade too thin. I grinded it from up here completely down, got it a complete bevel on the whole surface of the blade, and that makes the blade very thin and very fragile on the edge. So if you would chop some wood with it or would stick it into something very hard, the tip could break or the blade could chip. It could get chip out. So this blade is a bit too thin, but for the first good knife I made myself at home, turned out pretty nice. The handle on this knife is made out of buffalo horn and reindeer horn, and I glued them together before I cut them apart. That's one easy trick I will show you in a knife making video to get a nice even line on both sides the same. Get it completely symmetrical. The second knife I made at home, I made parallel to the first knife, and that's why it's got the same mistake in it. And that's the bevel. The bevel is from up here, from the spine, completely down, whole surface. Made one bevel, and that's why the blade is extremely thin. As you may notice, extremely thin and razor sharp. This knife is extremely sharp, but pretty useless for chopping or cutting hard stuff. Just use it to cut soft material, or you could use it in the kitchen or for carving wood or something. It's pretty nice. The handle itself is made out of buffalo horn, macassar and aluminum. And the knife steel is also an N690, Böhler N690. Another nice knife I made pretty early in my career was this one. I wanted to use it as a key hanger and have it all day carry knife for small purposes, and it turned out pretty nice. Just the bevel is a bit too round, so it's not as sharp as it should be or as I wanted it to be, and you can see the tip is extremely thin, but it held up all the time, and it's got a very nice blade. The only problem I had with this knife was the spring broke apart. I made the spring out of Damascus steel, the same as the blade steel, and by bending it that far, as you can see, it bends almost 3 millimeters, it broke. It just snapped off, and I cut it apart, made the steel parts weak again, drill the hole inside and put some spring steel in there. As you can see, in between there's a spring steel, in the front there's the Damascus knob again, the original Damascus knob I used. This is a slip joint knife, one of the easiest folding knives you can make, and turned out extremely nice. Made it only for my hand, to fit in my hand. I like it to be as close as possible, and that's pretty close, I guess. I'm not touching anything at all. My first stainless Damascus steel knife. With things going on, I thought I need to make an all-day carry knife, and it had to be looking very good, very special, and this is what I came up with. It was a lot of work. The material on the handle is titanium, and the blade itself is also a Damascus steel blade, with stripes, stainless steel blade, and I made a lot of file work on this knife, completely around the whole handle and the whole blade. So it was really a lot of work. The spaces here are just for optics. The whole knife is just made to look good. So I wanted to do something to present, show people what I can do and what is possible to make, and I think it's a pretty amazing knife. It's good in the hand, and It's very durable. I had it for a very long time in use, and for that long time you see almost just a millimeter, not even a millimeter, grind down. So the steel is very durable and holds a very good edge. The sheath I also made myself. A very nice sheath where the knife holds in very well. As you can see, here was a pen inside, just like this. Here was a lamp inside, and here was a Zippo inside. And this is a breathing towel. Yeah. Now, this is my first kitchen knife. Turns out pretty nice. Just grounded on one side to a whole bevel. Got here a little round notch inside, and on the other side a small bevel. A lot of file work also inside. Here a thumb groove. Get some pressure on it, but I don't use it because get enough pressure with this. For the handle, the holes just for optical reasons. The handle is made out of reindeer horn and a stabilized wood. I don't know exactly which wood because it's a long time ago when I made it. The lightning inside is just made out of glue, just filled the hole, the gap, which I created. The steel is Böhler N690. And yeah, this is my first kitchen knife I made for myself. I also started buying big knives or any kind of knives and try to cut out a different form and give them a different handle, but it turned out to be not a very good idea, because then you really have to do what the blade is going to be, and you always have a hardened steel already, and that's not what I wanted to get. I wanted to create my own things and not just make a rip-off of anything. The only creations which I thought could get pretty nice are these knives I bought. These are Damascus steel knives, so you can see it, very low pattern, but they're pretty nice. They had a plastic handle on it with rubber coating, and I just cut it off. And then there was this steel tang in there, which just took some ebony wood, some green stabilized wood, some Makassar wood, also again ebony wood, and then some staghorn, which I colorated, just colored staghorn, and I drilled all the holes through and glued them up and pushed in a rivet inside here just to hold it all together so it can never get apart. And I think it turned out pretty nice. Grind it down to form, give it a nice polish, so it's a very quick and easy way to make a knife out of something you can buy. Now, when I had a lot of time, I decided to make a very, very special knife, which I like myself. It's some kind of a bamboo stick handle, which I prefer. It's a very, very nice handle to hold on. It's very, very grippy, and it looks extreme awesome, I think. The blade itself is made out of Damascus steel twist. I used the first time a twist, and it's secured with a liner lock, which holds up pretty good. This little hook here is the flipper, where you can flip the knife open. I also put a lot of fireworks on this knife, the spacers, special, and the flip hook itself also just goes right through the firework and the spacer, so it's all pretty special made. And the bolt to hold back the knife is very deep inside here. As you can see, the knock groove here, I had to carve through the whole blade here to get it back to the point where it has to stop. And on the other side that's the same, but you can see that right here. Pretty deep groove inside, but it doesn't care. The steel is extremely hard, so, and very thick on this place, so it doesn't weaken the knife at all. It's just for optical purposes, so you can't see any bolt or anything, and I guess it looks pretty nice. The hook comes out here, snapping inside back here. Yeah, this is a knife I'm very proud of. I like it very much, and it's extremely sharp. Damascus steel is very, very sharp steel. Also very nice edge. The handle itself is made out of stabilized wood and titanium spacers. And the liner itself is a frame lock, you could say, liner lock or frame lock, integrated into the handle. You can take the knife apart completely with the screws here. One extremely beautiful knife I have to show you is this, also made out of Damascus steel and titanium plates on the handle with camel bone, stabilized colored camel bone, and I made a file work on the handle. I think it turned out extremely nice. I love this knife. It has a mirror polish on the bone, which also makes it feel extremely nice in the hand. And with the file work too, it just feels awesome. I love it. And it works pretty nice. With this stud here, you can pull, get the blade out, and just a liner lock, a frame lock, push it back in. It's a very thin blade, extreme thin blade, extreme sharp, a gentleman's knife I would say. And oh, one funny thing I almost forgot is this ball here. It's not a normal ball, normal steel ball, it's a neodymium magnet, so it holds up the blade. You may notice almost like a little feather pulling the blade back. That's what stops the blade and what holds the blade. I guess it's a very nice feature, and that's also why the stud is out here and rounded on the back. And I think this is a very beautiful knife. I love it, and yeah, very easy, and looks good opened and closed. After a while of knife making, I thought it's time to get a lathe. A lathe is always useful. You can make different things with it, like pens. I already made these pens with Damascus tips out of wood. This is special Guayacan wood, one of the hardest woods in the world, and I like it because of the dark green color, brown and green color. It's extreme nice and extreme durable. This is carbon fiber and also stabilized wood. The tip, or this one made out of acrylic, and here we got some giraffe bone and also guaiac wood. And the tip, and here the tip, is always made out of Damascus steel, stainless Damascus steel, called blue tone, and I guess it looks pretty nice, and they work pretty well. And another variation, glue together different materials. Here we get some stabilized wood, and on the other side the black material is buffalo horn. And here it's split on this side, the tip also made out of buffalo horn. And here we got acrylic and stabilized wood and a brass piece in between. But with a lathe you can make different things too, and with a lathe and a belt sander you can make more things, like chopsticks. These chopsticks I made myself out of titanium. It's a 6mm rod and a 5mm rod. I turned out some grooves here and the whole length here to make a wrap with a cord, with extreme thin and extreme hard cord. But then I soaked the cord with super glue to make it water resistant. and even more durable. The sticks I grinded to square shape here and just colored them with torch. I also made this rosewood cover for the sticks where you can put them in and handle them, carry them around. Here we got some magnets, neodymium magnets, to hold it up together. And with the cover they're pretty secure and you can take them to your favorite Asian restaurant.